I thought we had a pretty good shot with the amount that we've had so far. We haven't even had like a tiny one. They've all been right around like 100, 120. Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Classics. So today we're here on Settler Creeks for another Let's Go Hunting video, and we are here because the top comment on the last Let's Go Hunting video was to hunt whitetail here on Settler Creeks with the cableback bow, and that comment had 34 likes, so thank you guys so much for participating in that. And if you don't know how this series works, the top comment on this video suggesting an animal, weapon, and map to hunt with and on for the next video will be what I do. So let's say, for instance, whitetail on Settler Creeks with the cableback bow. If that is your comment and that gets the most likes, that is what I'll be doing for next time. And I actually had two different bull elk call out here. So I brought the reverse draw crossbow for any non-whitetail because I don't want to use the cableback bow for everything. I might use the cableback on the elk just since we're starting out, but we'll try to get them, and then hopefully we can focus more on whitetail. So it seems like there's only two different elk coming in. I've not seen a third one yet, and this one back here is about the same size as the one we have right on us. It's actually smaller, so we'll try to take this guy out. He's actually probably going to spot us. Not going to lie, I didn't even shoot this bow before we started, so hopefully that's going to be a lung shot, and it is. I will gladly take that. I can't quite remember. I know it's very similar to the longbow, how you aim, but it is slightly different. But we'll track this guy down. He's actually kind of heading in the direction I wanted to go anyway, so that kind of works out. To give the elk some time to expire, I decided to go ahead and call this whitetail doe in, and hopefully we can drop her, because otherwise I'm going to regret that. And she's going to stop there, and I think this should be about where we need to aim. That should be a lung hit, but it took forever for her to come in for some reason, and now I have to track her as well. But it is a lung shot, so by the time we find the elk and get back here, she should be down. But by the way, we spawned at the lodge, of course, and what I was planning on doing, and I'm not sure what's going to happen now with tracking things, is to go kind of through these fields and up and around. This way I do find a lot of whitetail doing this, and at some point when I stop running into whitetail, I am going to fast travel, probably just to this lodge, but maybe to the southern tent depending on where we're at. And then from there I'm just going to go up through here. We had a lot of whitetail last time we were on this map going that way, so hopefully that'll be the case again today. Actually, our elk was not far at all from where we shot the doe. You see that marker back there on the hunter mate? That is where she was. And our elk, which we have a left lung shot on, 182 score, actually only a 2-minute wound time, so I thought they would live longer than that with a single lung shot from the cableback bow. That's actually good to know that we don't have to wait that long in order to find them and not have to put another shot in them. Looks like our doe didn't make it very far either, about 200 meters that she ran and went down, so actually the cableback bow is doing pretty decent with the single lung shots. Definitely can't complain about that. And where are we? We're pretty far south of where I wanted to go. I think I'm actually going to fast travel back to the lodge we started at so I can do the path that I drew out. We've got our first whitetail buck of the hunt coming in. He's just down below where we can see right now, but we should be able to see him here any second. And he's going to be pretty... oh, he's over on that side. He's pretty close, but clearly he's not all that big. Probably at 95 to 120, probably low 100s. And unfortunately we're going to have to track him to another single lung shot. It's kind of tough to go for spine when you're not exactly sure where to aim, but I'll take a single lung shot over a body shot any day. We had another bull elk call while tracking that whitetail, so I decided we'd take him out. He's actually the same score estimate as the first one we took, 155 to 200, and we're going to use the reverse draw crossbow on this one, just so hopefully we don't have to track him as well. And he is down, so at least we're not having two animals to track. I don't think he's going to actually score even as much as the first one, which might have been like 183. I can't seem to remember, but I think that was around what he scored. This guy's got a couple of stickers, so I can't see him scoring quite that high. 189 for him. Maybe he actually is bigger than the other one. I can't remember exactly what he scored, but I guess maybe he had a bigger frame. But we'll get back on tracking that whitetail. By now he should be expired, and we've actually got tracks from another one, so maybe we'll track that if we can find this one quickly. So here's our whitetail buck. I'm not sure if it's worth going the 200 meters back to pick up the tracks from the other one. 108 score on this guy. Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth going all the way back there to pick up his tracks. So I think we'll just continue on, and hopefully we can run into him at some point down the road, and maybe he went this way. We've got another pretty average whitetail buck coming in, 110 to 135 for this one, so we will, I think, top the last one. Not really sure why he's going over there, but once he stops, we'll take our shot. Actually have to stand up, I think, so we can see, and he is alerted. And I think he was going to spook from the way he was looking around, and that's probably an intestine hit, I hope, from the way he started walking. And it's actually a lung hit. I'll definitely take that. I thought, for as long as it takes the cable back to reach the target at that range, it's not a very fast-firing bow. I thought he walked far enough that we would have hit the intestines. And we've got another buck grunting, so that actually works out quite well. That'll give the other one plenty of time to expire. They're slowly getting bigger, 125 to 145 on this whitetail buck, and he's another, the last one was as well, 80 to 95 kilograms, so that's definitely one that if I came across the track, I'd probably end up tracking it and wasting a lot of time, so I'm glad to get these two out of the way. And he is fairly broadside, so maybe we can actually drop something with this cable back. Or not. But I think that's another single lung shot. I'm actually not sure why that wasn't a drop shot. It was intestines, and the reason would be that I was too low, I guess, on that shot. So hopefully by the time we get the other one tracked down, this guy should at least be laying down. So here is the first buck that we shot, which we actually lung hit. I think he's going to be probably low 120s, and we're actually a bit far forward, I think. 121 score for him, and he was 91.8 kilograms, so he definitely would have been a high weight estimate. And like I said, probably one I would have wasted time tracking on if I came across his track and didn't just get his call, so definitely glad to get that out of the way. So it actually worked out. He is down as I'm getting to him, so I'm curious if he's actually going to score higher than the last one. I thought the shot was low. Maybe it was just too far back. We had liver and stomach. 124 score on this guy, so they're slowly getting bigger, but I think my goal at this point might be to just drop a whitetail at some point during this hunt and not even worry about trying to get a big one, because I have yet to drop a whitetail in his tracks. I'm not really sure what's walking in front of us, but it's definitely not far away, so it's a whitetail doe, actually. There is a whitetail buck up there. It might be the one I've been tracking, which is 85 to 100, and I hope it wasn't, because it really wasn't all that big. Maybe at best like 130. But we actually dropped a whitetail deer during this episode, and that buck actually shouldn't have spooked from that. I'm going to go ahead and give out a call for him, because hopefully if he is the one that we've been tracking, we can at least get him in here and get him down so I don't have to track him any longer. But I'm hoping he's not the one we've been tracking, because 85 to 100 obviously has the best chance of it being decent, and he really is not what I was looking for. But heart shot on this one. I'll definitely take that. This actually is not the buck that I saw. 95 to 120 on this one, and definitely not the one we're tracking, because his maximum weight estimate is 85. Unfortunately, I really don't like this angle, and I do think the other bucks around here, so I don't want to take a risky shot. I'd like to at least have a decent chance of actually dropping this one, and maybe that is our buck. I'm not sure. I didn't realize there was another deer over here. So let's get a estimate on him. 85 to 95 kilograms. That is probably him, and he does have a higher weight estimate, or a higher score estimate. He actually has a higher both estimate, but we'll try to take this guy. I'm guessing that is the one that I've been tracking. Not really the ideal angle, but maybe I can get him in the neck. We'll go for it. And I was definitely too far left there. Hopefully we were low enough that actually hits him in the lung area. It's actually not even a track here where I initially hit him. That's kind of weird. And we actually did catch lungs, luckily, so... And that is the one I've been tracking. What now? That track just disappeared? At least this one's still here, so hopefully we can actually find him. I have no idea what's going on, but tracks are just disappearing. We've got another pretty average whitetail buck here, 90 to 115. This just does not seem to be a good hunt for whitetail. I'm just not seeing that many. Hopefully we can get a good hit on this guy. He's actually going to keep walking our way a bit. And that looked like it should have been spine, but clearly it was not. And that track disappeared too. I'm starting to think I may need to leave this hunt, although this one's still here, so maybe we'll be okay. Okay, maybe we can find this guy, because the last one, it was gone. I couldn't find any tracks or anything. But maybe we'll be able to recover this one. So this guy actually was easy to track. We had no more disappearing tracks, but there was still no track right there where we hit him, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. I've never seen that before. Just a right lung shot and a 105 score, so I think I probably have time to try to get one or two more, but this has just been a rough hunt for whitetail. So those footsteps are from a whitetail buck, which is hopefully going to be decent, because we've not had anything decent this hunt. Unfortunately, he's going to be like right on top of us when he comes over the hill, so I'm just going to have to hop up and take our shot. He just stopped probably right below the hill, but we'll have to wait. But if he is a decent buck, if there's ever been one that I'm going to body shoot, it's going to be that one. Anytime that I shoot like a decent animal with the longbow or cableback, I always manage to hit them in the body. I don't know if it's because I like try to drop them in their tracks and I end up just aiming too high or too low, whatever it is. But this guy's actually not anything special anyway. Another maybe like 110. He's really not special. But he is down. I think that's only the second one we've dropped this entire hunt. That was probably a heart shot as well, because I was kind of in front of the shoulder there, but it's probably too high for heart. Maybe it was just double lung. And actually, no, it was heart. So I was right with my first guess. 105 score on him, so I'll try to get one more buck. But man, I don't know how many bucks we've killed this hunt, and just not. I think our best one's 124, just nothing decent. So we're going to take this buck with the crossbow. He's 115 to 140, and only because I just heard another one grunt, and I want to get this guy out of here. Bit of a long shot, and kind of hard to see, but he is down. It's amazing how much easier it is to use the crossbow than the cableback, just 40 meters and really not even able to see that well through the brush. But the other buck is directly up here. I'm not sure if this buck's the one I've been tracking. It's 80 to 95. If it's not, I'm going to continue tracking that one, because the one that grunted is definitely not the one that I've been tracking. But we have now been here almost 2.5 hours, so I'd really like to get a decent whitetail buck. So hopefully that one that grunted is going to be that, if this one here is not the one I've been tracking, because I have to think the one I'm tracking is going to be decent. The amount of average size bucks we've killed, for that one to have a good weight estimate, definitely has a good chance. And there's that one grunting. We can definitely crouch to pick this guy up. I'm going to go around the back of him and see if that blood track is going to be a rediscovered trail, and if it is, that is the one that I've been following. And we'll find that out in just a second, as long as I don't accidentally pick the deer up. That's the first time I've seen blue square. I've had the purple before, but yeah, that is the one I've been tracking, so I'm not even going to get on that trail. And this guy is 125 score for this guy, so I think we now have our biggest buck of the hunt being 125. But hopefully this guy is going to change that. Here is our buck, and he is average size as well. This is just unreal how average every whitetail buck has been this hunt. I thought we had a pretty good shot with the amount that we've had so far. We haven't even had like a tiny one. They've all been right around like 100, 120. The one good thing is we're actually making decent shots now. We'll see what we got for a score on this guy. Heart and left lung shot. And a 106 score. Unfortunately, that is going to have to be it for this episode. I literally recorded until my computer ran out of room, and you're just watching me running around trying to find a buck still during this hunt. I'm just narrating this part afterwards, because I could not find a decent buck to save my life in this hunt. Just a bunch of average bucks. That was absolutely crazy. But yeah, hopefully in the next Let's Go Huntin video, we can actually find a decent animal of whatever it is. And don't forget to comment an animal, map, and weapon for next time's hunt, and whatever comment has the most likes, that's going to be what I do. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.